Hey, what's up everybody? Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are talking about the newly revealed Pokemon card sets, Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt and Scarlet and Violet White Flare. You heard that right. These are sets, which means we are getting two Pokemon card sets releasing at the same time. This shouldn't be super surprising. The Pokemon company does this stuff all the time with the video game. So this is just bringing that over into the TCG space. What is really interesting about these sets is that they are special sets, which is there's not going to be booster boxes for them. If you would like to collect the cards inside of Black Bolt and White Flare, you are going to have to pick up Elite Trainer boxes, booster bundles, poster collection, binder collections, very similar to the same scenario as Prismatic Evolutions. There will not be booster boxes for these sets. The first big question that people are having is why? Why do we have dual Pokemon card sets? And I think my theory essentially boils down to the fact that these sets are very, very large. Essentially, for the Unova region, the Pokemon company is releasing 156 illustration rare. Every single Pokemon in the whole entire region is getting an illustration rare form. They are also getting a normal card, a Poké Ball holographic reverse, a Master Ball holographic reverse. That's right, there are going to be Master Balls and Poké Ball holographic reverse for every single card inside of this set. So if you would like to collect some Pokemon from the Unova region, if you're a huge black and white fan, if you want to have a Master Ball collection of black and white, this is going to be the set for you. And essentially the reason I think that there are dual Pokemon card sets is to compact all of these Master Ball holographic reverse, Pokeball holographic reverse, and illustration rares. We're getting, that's right, illustration rares inside of this set with Master Ball. Oh my goodness, that's insane. They couldn't do that with Prismatic Evolutions. I don't know why, but this set is going to have all of it. And I think for that to all be inside of one single set may be a little bit too challenging. You're talking about upwards of 350 cards inside of the set, and that's unlikely to work as a set. It might break the set if there's just too many of certain cards inside of it. So I think it makes sense to split these apart so that they are two reasonably manageable size sets, basically. And what I think this is going to mean is that if you're expecting high pull rates, I'm going to be disappointed. I don't think this set is going to have high pull rates. I think we're going to have the exact same pull rates as Prismatic Evolution. So be warned, I don't think these sets are going to be easy pulls. I think we're going to have the exact same pull rate that we've seen for every single Pokemon card set, which is kind of disappointing because with the amount of illustration rares inside of these sets, for them to have hard pulls, or I guess not hard, but just the same pull rate as Prismatic Evolutions, which is hard, then some of the cards are going to be extremely challenging to pull. So I do think some of the cards inside of these sets are going to be just insanely expensive. Looking over the set details, these are going to be released on July 18th. We are going to get Destined Rival soon, and we are then going to get Black Bolt and White Flare, and we're probably going to get another standard set right into August or September, which is going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot of sets coming out around the same time. I think that pretty much means we're going to get another set revealed in another month. So just be prepared that there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out pretty darn soon. Each of these sets are going to contain over 170 cards, more than 65 illustration rare cards, and 5 special illustration rare cards inside of each of these sets. 6 Pokemon EX, the Zekrom EX, and the Meloetta EX is going to be inside of Black Bolt. And the Reshiram EX and the Keldeo EX is going to be inside of White Flare. So clearly they're playing off the video games and making some of the cards inside of each set very, very exclusive to the versions of those sets. One illustration rare or special illustration rare for every single Unova Pokemon. So there's going to be a lot of cards with illustration rare. One special illustration rare supporter cards inside of each of these sets, and 3 different parallel foil versions of each of these sets will feature either the Rainbow Pokeball version, the Master Ball versions, and of course there's going to be the illustration rare versions of these cards. So doing the math, there's going to be over 800 unique card variants for this set. So if you're a master collector, if you want a master set of the black and white Black Bolt and White Flare, there's going to be over 400 cards, unique cards inside of each of these sets, and 800 cards combined, which is gargantuan. And these are not standard sets, which means you can only pull the cards inside of the Elite Trainer box, the binder collection, the poster collections, and the mini tins, which are going to be released on July 18th. So very similar scenario to Prismatic Evolutions. The promo cards inside of the Elite Trainer box are going to be the Genies, which is kind of weird because there's a Genie trio, and you're getting one illustration rare of each inside of each one. And so one of them is not just going to be inside of one of the ETBs, which is just really weird. They should just make the ETB promos Zekrom and Reshiram. That should be it. That should be the ETB promos. I don't know why they went with these weird Genie illustration rares inside of them. They don't even look that crazy good. I think you would much rather have Zekrom and Reshiram inside of the ETBs. But I think these are still going to absolutely sell out. The fact that these are special sets is kind of weird because this means we're getting now 3 special sets this year. And we're only halfway through the year, guys. We're in May. We're in May and we're about to get 3 special sets. Are we going to get another special set near the end of the year for the holiday? Are we going to get a mega set, like a mega Pokemon-centric set near the end of the year? That's a lot, okay? And I don't think people's wallet can really handle all of this. And I think some people are going to be burned out. I think if you would like to collect this set, there may be a good shot that there might be some products available. I've seen notice that people are able to pick up more Pokemon cards now than they were at least 2 or 3 months ago. It's not a perfect scenario, I'll tell you that. It's definitely still really hard to pick up Pokemon cards, but it's getting a little bit easier, and it's hard for me to say what that means. It could mean the market is cooling down. It could mean people are exiting the hobby, people that are riding the hype train. And the thing about hype is it does not last forever. That's part of hype. Hype has to have a peak and a middling point, and it can't just keep going on forever and ever and ever. And I do think we're starting to see a period of cooling off in terms of hype. So definitely be aware of that. But I'm really excited for the release of Black Bolt and White Flare. The fact that these have a ton of illustration rares is just really, really cool. I hope they have Crown Zenith levels of pull rates. I think that's highly unlikely. I think these sets are going to have the exact same pull rates as Prismatic Evolution, which means the illustration rares are going to be very, very hard pull. In fact, they could have even harder pulls than Prismatic Evolution, which means if you, instead of pulling a Master Ball, you have the Master Ball slot in the exact same slot as the illustration rare. That's the worst case scenario, which is the Master Balls compete with the illustration rares for the exact same pull slot. That pretty much means it's so that if you want to pull an illustration rare, you might be opening up 200 or 300 booster packs. Obviously, I'm kind of doom speaking here because we don't really know what's inside of the set or how it's going to be formulaic. But the Pokemon Company didn't do a great job with the pull rates from side of Prismatic Evolution, so I don't have high hopes for Black Bolt and White Flare. We're still going to open up a lot of packs from these sets, and I think these are going to be cool. There's going to be a lot of Elite Trainer boxes, a lot of booster bundles, a lot of poster collection, because once again, no booster boxes for these sets. They're dual sets releasing at the same time. So we're going to be seeing a lot more illustration rare reveals from these sets in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be really excited to react to a lot of these cards and show you guys the reveals as they happen. I want to see what the best illustration rares are with 156. Some are going to be better than others. With 156, the most popular Pokemon from the Black and White regions with the best illustration rares are going to command some really desirable cards. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Black Bolt and White Flare sets, and I'll see you guys next time.